Yes,
Huh. Audience,
I'm trying to
without
find.
further ado, I have one, I don't even know what you call it. She's a superstar. Welcome, audience, to
I
Level
mean,
Up with
oh, thank you so
Katina.
much.
You're welcome. Welcome to Level Up with Katina. And I have a superstar,
Oh my God.
Iniesta, who is a dancer, artist, choreographer, model, singer, and here's the beautiful one. She assists on the world tour with Snoop Dogg. So we definitely got to hear about that. That was amazing. I did see some of your clips with you performing with Snoop Dogg. So audience, please welcome Inny into this show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing?
Yay. Oh
Wow.
my God, it's you're so precious. You're an amazing person. I
Oh,
mean, I
thank
can
you so
feel your
much.
vibe and everything. I'm truly flattered because I don't know
Aw.
how to say, but thank you so much. I mean, I'm just doing what I love. Truly happy that you invited me because in my country, like, it's not that opportunity that I can have, just go and have interview like open.
Yeah.
So thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. And you live in Mexico City, correct?
Correct. I'm currently living in Mexico City, but I used to live in LA for 4 years. Like, unfortunately, I got my visa removed because of the government, but
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get it back. So yeah.
Absolutely. And so are you LA? That's my home. That's my home. So are you so can you go back and forth into LA or do you have to remain in Mexico until you can get it back together?
Exactly. I have to remain in Mexico for a while because
Yeah.
exactly 5 years ago, my visa was removed because I went out and to the city, and then
Yeah.
it was a bad time for me to go, and then I got my visa removed. So
Oh,
yeah, I
wow.
still got the lawyer to get everything, and yeah. Hi, Morden from Bulgaria.
And you know what,
Hi, so happy to see you.
audience, if you have any questions for this lovely young lady, just please make a comment and then we can actually ask her. All right, so without further ado, tell us a
Morden.
little bit about you, like growing up. Tell us a little bit about you and how it all surfaced.
Oh well, I'm very like I born and raised in Mexico City. My dad is Dominican, my mom is Mexican, so I'm a mix. I didn't come from a rich family, ironically, because my grandpa won the lotto 4 times, and they were millionaires.
What?
But yeah, that's crazy funny because he got 9 daughters and 1 man. So he has to manage that. And then,
Yeah,
yeah, the fortune like went gone. And so I born, and then I was like medium level,
yeah,
like, I didn't was like rich at all. So I've been trying to get everything together since I was little. Since I started to dance, like my first approach to the dance. It was when I was 3 years old. I
yeah.
remember I was living in Celaya, Guanajuato, and we went to the stage, and then my mom put it up together choreography, and then I went to the stage, and then I saw people clapping like ah, and then I told to myself. This
Yeah.
is the place I want to be my entire life.
Wow.
And so ever since then, I just kept that moment for my inner kid, and then I embrace it, and then I become to a very good dancer. But it's not everything. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and you still grow. I mean, there's always room to actually grow in this industry. And even though when we think we're there, we still have steps to take, whether it's models, singing, dancing, all that stuff. And for you to start at that age, you're up like on one just in general because that's where you started from. So does it come natural for you, like starting at that age? Like, is it natural, like different moves and things like that? Are you like, I can do that. I got that down.
You know what? I'm very like since I was a little kid, I was very flexible. I was always there, so I
Yeah.
know that I born to dance because I only listen to the music and I start I moving, and then I was on the supermarket and I started dancing. I was in the
Yeah.
street and I dance and everything. So I think really it's in my veins, So I
Yeah.
just wanna do my dharma and share my light. I have a dance studio right nowadays that I always share to my kids
Yeah.
that we are light and we are here to shine. So
Oh,
that's the most important thing, And
oh,
that's powerful.
that's very powerful. Now, do you do any speaking engagements like so you have like a different, like a whole like conglomerate of backgrounds. So when you model, when you
Yeah.
sing, and when you dance, do you do like motivational speeches for the young kids, like in your studio or any of those things?
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
actually I love to combine that because to me dance is it's an art indeed,
Yeah.
but it's also a way for us to heal, to
Yeah.
heal inside. I have a phrase that it says, the one that dreams from outside dream, the one that see inside awakes. So
Wow.
it's from Carl Jung. So it's something very deep that I told them always that more than want to be popular, well known, or famous or rich, first has to be better human being, heal your soul, heal your inner child. And
Ah,
for that, I have steps that you can actually get and
yeah.
embrace him and tell him you good and you smart and you powerful and that
Yeah.
because we are that, but we forgot, So just a
Oh.
reminder. Yeah.
Well, it's almost like it's that inner child, but you're actually humble. So what I know is, from your upbringing and what you shared, it's not about like you said, the monetary things or things like you got to be rich in order to be something in life. But you know what? I'd rather have happiness, enjoyment, and all those things than all the money in the world because money can only get you so far. And then, you know what, if you have money, sometimes you're not even happy, so I'd rather have
Yeah,
those traits than to be here and miserable. And so I love how
exact.
yeah, your energy and just your motivation, is inspiring because especially young women of age.
Yeah.
They need role models. Not that their parents aren't role models or their mothers or fathers or whatever, but when you have your specific gift and you're humble and gracious enough to share it, that's more powerful than anything
Yeah,
you've done. Wow.
thank you. Thank you. Like I think it's my mission. I think I when I
Yeah.
was 3 years old, I was about to die. And then I remember this huge tunnel. It's not like a tunnel, but like light, powerful. Like it brought me speechless, like it's
Yeah.
something beautiful. And then I
Oh,
remember that I have this voice inner, like deep down in me, in myself
yeah.
saying, you have to make it, you have to stay. And then I started and I've been doing it, I my way. I know that sometimes I lose the goal, but I never going to miss my inner, light and power.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something
Oh,
very embraceable that I never going to miss because I know what is my mission. And it's to share the power of love. Love is the massive force that
oh.
moves the entire world.
I love it. And so let me ask you an important question because I asked you earlier. So for your studio,
Yes.
as far as I'm a singer and things like that as well. So if we were to come to Mexico City, would you be able to like choreograph things for us, help us with the like the mission of what we're looking for in our
The
video?
dancers and choreography and everything.
Yes.
Of course. Of
Oh,
course. That will be my pleasure. Actually, I'm getting ready, my girls. I have like 7 students. Like I,
yeah.
I just opened my studio. I'm very glad and happy because this industry is very hard. And I'm saying hard, but I'm
Yes.
not saying mean because sometimes you help them. I remember that I used to go to their classes. They used to bring teachers
Yeah.
from the United States, and I used to go to support them, but now that is my time. Sometimes they don't support the same way and just like they don't see me. So it's
Wow.
quite hard, but I'm still happy because I have 7 students that I believe them, I trust them, I do have my faith in them, and they have in me, which is good. So
Ah,
yeah, indeed, you can come and then I can put it together and make something powerful because that's what I do. Like I never do little things. Everything I think I have to, it has to be big. You know.
I love it. Hey, go big or go home. That's how I see it. And in this life,
Exactly,
and there was
exactly.
there's a someone that says that in their opinion you can do everything or anything. It went up the thing, but they gave you a whole lot of praise for what you do, and that speaks volumes. So what's your next goal? Like what are you looking for, moving forward? Like what's some of your plans that you want to share? Like what's
Okay.
something?
Well, now it's like be better person.
Yeah.
I'm gonna explode from inside, so that explosion can be, remind to all over the world, because I
Wow.
know that right now it's not about material things. I used to think I want a tour with a Snoop Dogg, I got it. I want a car, I got it. I got to travel all over the world, I did it. So it's not about that. Sometimes the
Yeah.
emptiness is inside. You don't have to fulfill that
That's
with
right.
anything material, but love, but love and caring and sharing, and with your own self first, and
Yeah.
then starting with the others. So I just want to be a better artist, a better human being, and share my gifts, because I know that it's a gift. Sometimes I feel like I'm going to explode because I wasn't sharing it right. Now that I'm sharing it, I feel better because my heart is in the right place. But before it was like very dark. I know light need dark in order to be a light. It's the perfect symmetry that we need in the world. But it's at that point I loved it to being there, so
Yeah.
I can transmute to a better person. So yeah.
Yeah. So let's go to this one. And so tell us what a typical day looks like for you. So if you're in the studio and you're working on like you do bachata, you do salsa, you do a lot of different things. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, my background is very like I never want to settle. So when
Yeah.
I decided to become a dancer, my dad told me, if you want to be a dancer, you have to be the best dancer. It doesn't matter what kind. You have to dance hip hop, bachata, ballet,
Yeah.
contemporary, mambo, cha cha cha. You know everything, because in order for you to be complete, you have to know all those single steps. So I was all my life focused on that I enrich so much my career that I never see what it was the right scenario in my
Oh,
life, because I was lost. I was like, no, I don't know. I never know until I saw, and I was like, oh my God, yes, I know. It's
wow.
quite ironic, but it's true. Like when you
Yeah.
get there and you start saying to yourself, clap,
I know,
clap.
right?
I always, exactly, because sometimes when I'm teaching, most likely, I teach them how to clap themselves first, because if
Yeah.
you don't clap for yourself, who's going to do it?
Exactly.
Who's
This
going
world
to
is
be
strange.
doing it?
Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. And sometimes we clap for the others more than
Right.
ourselves, which is like crazy. Like nowadays, I think fakeness is just getting better instead of
Yeah.
realness. Like be yourself. If you have wounds, it's your wound. Show it. Doesn't matter, because it's the sign of that you survive and you're strong and you brave, and it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to have scares. The scars is to have like dimples. I mean, I got a dimple right now, and it's okay, and I share it. Like it's just how it goes. Life is
I
it is
love
like it,
it.
like it is.
I love it.
So
It's
yeah.
like be yourself, be your authentic self. And I talk about this all the time because you got people out there that's doing some things. It's just, when you look at life as, what, it's too short. You don't have time for all the different stuff, the drama, all the things that come along
Exactly,
with it. You
exactly,
don't.
and the more you exactly, the more you grow, the more the years start
Yes.
coming to you. You start getting afraid. Instead of getting afraid, you start getting like come on, I already know. I already
I
passed
know,
that
right?
way. Like I'm gonna make it easy for you. I don't want to
Right.
make it hard because most generations try to do the same that way they got. No, it's close the chain. You have to cut the chain
Hmm.
and stop there and say, no, I'm not gonna continue that. If I got, hatred, I'm gonna
Yeah.
become a lover because that's what how I am, how we born.
Wow.
So that's something very like I want to do in my own studio exactly,
Yeah.
which is like teach them with love, with anything that I got wrong. I don't give it to them. I heal it and then give it to them with love. So I don't give the same
Oh,
thing, the same
wow.
venom. So yeah.
Oh, I love it. And so someone asked also, like, what is your typical eating routine? Because you're so energetic and like your whole physique is
Oh,
just like,
thank you.
what, yeah, like what do you
Honestly,
eat?
I mean, I do like healthy style, like lifestyle. I don't
Yeah.
like because to me it's like uh if you set it up your body for something and then you just take it out, your body's going to be like, hey, come
Yeah.
on, give me
Yeah.
that. So to me, it's balance, balance. If you eat, you dance. If you dance, you eat. You
Yeah.
balance and you manage that carbs and water and you protein and do
Yeah.
like cereals and do fruits and like you balance that in order for you to actually be a good. But started where? Here in your mind first of
Yes.
all, because if you want to have a very good body, you have to start talking to it because we have cells, we
Yes.
have our body listen to us. So if you really think that you are a fatty guy and you're never gonna change, your body's gonna listen and it's gonna stay
That's
still,
right.
but if you move from here to here, you're gonna somatize and then you're gonna
Yeah.
start feeling better. You're gonna be better, because that's how it's supposed to be in original life. But we unlearn things that probably since like so many generations, it's
Uh,
been through generation
yeah.
through generations. So it's our mission as a new generation to cut that chain and then start to be better, but not fake, real, like
Real.
be yourself.
Authentic. Yes.
Yeah, be yourself. I saw so many girls with 15 years old that wanna do like, abdominoplastic. And I
Yeah.
was like, baby, you're 15 years old. Go to the gym. You don't need to do surgery,
Exactly.
like it's crazy. And I
Yeah.
feel very frustrated because I idolize people that is like this and fake. And I was like, no, that's not the real thing. You have to earn it. In order to have this, you have to
Yeah.
earn it. If you want to have it, okay, earn it. That's no problem. I really clap for you, but earn it.
Yeah.
You don't go to do like, I'm going to put it, like surgery here and here and here and
Yeah.
be better. No, no, no. Because even our body, we treat it as a machine and it's not. It's our temple, it's our
Yes.
something that we have to respect and really take care of it. And then if you put something fake, your body is never gonna work, never. And then the real body is gonna be like this. So you need to help your body. It's something
Right.
that you need to do it in order for you to
Yeah.
be good. And
Yeah.
then I always tell my students when they tell me, oh, your abs, I dream these apps. I swear, I dreamed it. Like since I was 8 years old, I said I want to have apps. How I do it? I do like so many recipes, so many workouts, so many that. Never. The answer is
Wow.
inside.
That's
Inside,
right.
inside the inner kid,
Mm.
the really memories. Embrace it. Who hurt you? Forgive.
Wow.
It doesn't matter to know. Okay, you already know, but you have to go and forgive it and hug
Right.
it and
That's
then let
right.
it go. And then that person is going to stop, eventually healing and then healing the world and then healing your body and then your body
Yes.
heal. It's something that you project and people is gonna ask. Like if right now, you're asking me and then I can share my story
That's
that to say
right.
this, yes, it's food, but also spirit, like you have to do your spirit,
Believe.
your soul
Yes.
clean,
Yes.
exactly.
Oh, I love it. So let's go
Thank you.
to how did you get on the world tour with Snoop Dogg? How did that all surface?
Oh my God.
I got to hear
I
this.
love that story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy story because I was touring with a very popular singer and that I really appreciate and value, which is Gloria Trevi. She's a Mexican singer. And wait, this moment that I got the tour with her brought me to the United States, right?
Yeah.
Because of this tour, I got my social security number. That
Okay.
because of that, I was able to go and do an audition for an agency, and then I got it up among 100 dancers. So
Ah,
was
wow.
very to me very motivating because I was like, oh my God, really
Yeah.
like 100 dancers, and they only took 10 with me. I was like, okay, I'm doing something right, And then afterwards, long story short, I don't want to keep you like too many
No,
like this, but
come on. We want to hear it. We want to hear.
give details.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I give details. Perfect.
Yes.
So yeah, I did the audition for the agency and I got it. And then I started doing castings, like auditions. The like out of 20 auditions, I didn't got none. And then I start getting frustrated, and then I start getting like about to say I'm leaving because
Yeah.
I haven't make it, and then I need to survive. And
Okay.
then I did a a carnival piece of a friend of mine. Her name is Kelsey. And then we went to the carnival. I danced upstage. And then, yeah, I was like normal. Then I left. And then I got a Facebook Messenger. And then it was a person, Harry Beans, shout out to him,
Yeah.
that he was saying, hey, Inny, I want to introduce you to Snoop Dogg. And I was like, it was so like, to me, so like informal. Honestly, it was so informal that I thought it's a joke, he's
Yeah.
joking. And I told my friend, he's going to introduce me to Snoop Dogg. He wants me to dance for him. Oh my God. I was laughing, I was cracking up, indeed.
Yeah.
So my friend told me, Ini, just share it. It doesn't matter. Probably can be, cannot. Just share it yourself, and
That's
that's it.
right.
And I said, okay, I did it. And then afterwards, the agency called me and said, Ini, they want you to be for Snoop Dogg. And I was like,
What?
oh my God, it was true. I was like, this is a close casting, and then they
Yeah.
need you to be there. And I was like, oh my God, of course, I want to be there. I swear, my legs shake. My stomach was like million of butterflies. It was something
Wow.
cannot explain. It was something.
Yeah.
I'm still sweating my hands. Look, like I remember and feel it again. It's something amazing because honestly, I deserved it. At that point, I felt that I was not deserving it because I was
Yeah.
on my self-sabotaging, like when you
Yeah.
achieve something big, it's like you don't believe it. Nah, come on, so many dancers, like LA is the best dancers in the entire
Yeah.
world. You know why? Me, with a legend. And I was
Wow.
sabotaging my own self. So of course, then now I remember it, and that's why I'm sweating because
Oh my
now I knew
gosh.
it, how I deserve it.
Oh.
And then I told that little girl, congratulations, my girl, you made it, now. But yeah, so
Oh.
and then I went in front of him. It was very funny because the choreographer in one of the rehearsals, he approaches me and he said, Ini, I want you to put up together a choreography. And I said, who, me?
Me?
And he said, of course, you.
Wow.
I want to drop it like it's hot. And I was like, oh my God, you're kidding, right?
Hold on,
And
hold
he said,
on, hold
no,
on, hold on. I almost, when I did your flyer, I kid you not, I almost put drop it like it's hot.
drop it like
But
it's hot.
I was like, nah, I better not. I better put her music
I'm
up
cracking up
there.
right now.
Well, when I get ready to do your actual video, I am going to use that drop it like it's hot because I was going to do it, but I was like, nah, let me
Okay.
use her music first, and then I'm going to add that one in there.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I had to tell you that. That was so funny because I was going to use it.
That's amazing. I call synchro destiny, like
Yeah,
everything happens for a reason.
yeah.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. And your vibe is amazing. Trust me. Like I feel like I'm talking to a friend. I'm not feeling like in
Oh,
an interview or anything.
we
So
are
thank you so
friends
much.
now. You got me for life. You got me for life. And I am coming
Hey,
to
thank you.
Mexico because
Indeed.
I have the video, so I really want you to help choreograph that. So,
Indeed.
after
Indeed.
we
You
do the
are welcome.
Zooms and all that, I'm staying connected because I want to come and I want to put that together. So,
And
like,
you're
tell me your
welcome. And I
schedule.
honestly, no, that's not just because of the interview. You're welcome to come and then we
Yes.
can do a lot. I can make magic. I swear. Like I
Oh,
love it.
let's do it. Let's do it. Just give me your schedule and times like that. And also, what I'll
Sure.
do is just give me your schedule and then like so because I'm going to be traveling a little bit here and there for a little bit. But when you have that time, you tell me like when you have a cinch where I can just come there for, several days and do it because I'm trying to put the album together and I would love for you to actually like help me do that because you can dance,
The
you can do all of that. So you just tell me what I
sure,
need to
sure.
do. But let's go
Count
back
on me,
to
count on me.
you can count on me. We're friends for life. So let me ask you this. Let me
Yay.
ask you this.
See.
How was it? How was Snoop Dogg? Like, how was it? Was he like funny? Like, how was it? Was
Oh my God. Oh my God. This legend, I can tell you that if someone in life gave
yeah,
me a message, gave me a lesson, gave me an everything, it was
yeah.
meeting him in person,
Wow.
see him as a human more than a legend. He
Wow.
never called himself legend, but he is. You know what I mean? Like
Humble.
he's very
Yeah,
humble
yeah,
himself. He's very good person, good human being, good
yeah,
father, good husband. You know, like I
yeah.
really appreciate the fact
Respect
that
him.
he
Yeah.
saw me. Yeah, he saw me for who I am, and then he
Oh,
told me, "You're Latin," and then you're welcome to this world, and then I want you in
oh.
tour. He told me you're amazing and I want you in this tour. And I said, oh my God. And I was like this, literally I was like this. And then he was like, he understanding English. And my friend was like, she understands. She's panicked. She doesn't know how to react. And I was like this.
Oh my
Like deep down, my chest it was
CPR, CPR, CPR.
I know, my God. Oh my God. It was like,
I loved
I can't.
it. I love it. Now,
Yeah.
did you choreograph? So I saw the video where you did the choreographing with him, but did you guys do that together so you could do the moves together and stuff?
Yes,
Join
yes.
in?
Actually, I had the
Yeah.
rehearsal. Yeah, I did at the rehearsal, and then there was when he actually approaches and said, "I want you to tour. You're amazing, and I want you in the tour." And I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
my God!" Yeah, but yeah, it
Wow.
was. I put it together the choreography, and it was something challenging
Yeah.
that I really didn't know at that point I could have overcome, but I did it, and so I my message for the people that watch me, that my students, that my friends and everyone, is that it doesn't matter if the world doubts you, but you don't doubt yourself.
Don't
Please
doubt
don't do it.
yourself.
Even telling myself, because I doubted
Yeah.
myself so many times that I could be in another place and so in something somewhere else, but I'm here and it's okay.
Wow.
Like yeah.
And then, so when you reflect back on, so you talked about you were at the what convo, and you were just like, are the interviews you had like hundreds of interviews, and it was like, kind of self-doubting a little bit. And then just when and I think I mentioned this on one of my other interviews, you never know who's watching.
Watching.
Yeah, and I tell people all the time when you as an artist, dancer, singer, or any of those things, when you bring yourself to that table, no matter, even if you're going to have fun going to a party, I get it. But at the end of the day, that reflection of who you are in general is going to stick with those people for the rest of their lives. I don't care if you're fun, you're fun or you're drinking it up or whatever, but at the end of the day, when it comes to business and integrity, they're going to seek the most person with the most, I hate to say this, professionalism or realness in order to do what they need to have done. And so I tell like a
I
lot of my,
hope
yeah,
I love to hear you because
yeah,
like literally I just post a video complaining about the industry that I've been not working for like over 2 years, and
Oh,
then I've been
wow.
doing castings and callbacks, and then I've been supporting my own, my own business by my own self. I don't have no
Yeah.
dad, no sugar
Oh,
daddy, no anything.
yeah.
So it's been, hard in that case, because I always ask people to support talented people, because
Okay.
nowadays it's not about talent, it's about connections, it's about who do you
Right.
know, who do you open your legs and stuff. I really, it's like, to me, very frustrating, because I know that talent does has value, but
Yes.
it's
Yes.
hard.
Yeah. And before like what you were not able to go back to like the US for a little bit, how was it for you as a person? Like when you were auditioning and you were out there, did you ever feel like intimidated by some of the like we want you but or do did you ever feel like sometimes
Oh
you
my
step
God.
away?
Well, most likely my own self, that more than people, because
Yeah,
I didn't need sabotaging for nobody but myself,
that's
because
right.
I have a very hard childhood, that I grew up with a very harsh mom. I love my mom, don't take me wrong, but I have to be honest. So she was very harsh on me. Like, she never clapped for me, or
Oh,
tell me
wow.
that she loves me or that. So because of that, I was like, like shaped into a strong woman, that I can't do anything. I
Yeah.
know nobody helped me, but I do sometimes. It's like I need help, and then I can allow people to just help me. Like, that's not, no, nothing
Yeah.
wrong with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so when you're able to come back to the US, what would you do differently, if anything? Is there anything different you would do in order to kind of,
Oh my God. Oh my
yeah,
God. Everything. Like, listen, like, I have so many opportunities. Like,
yeah,
I was a Paris Hilton house. I was a Chris Brown house. I was like, so having so many connections, but my head was in another place. So right now I will be just talking to them, approaching to them, human to
yeah,
human, because
yeah,
sometimes we idolize them, that we don't see them as a humans, and we don't see them approachable. So that was my main thing about being in LA, and don't be seen too thin, because I was too scared. I never took drugs, by the way. I mean,
you're
they
right.
like
Same.
share it
Yeah.
with me, and I was like, no, don't share it. And they were like, hey, you're like an old man in a 20 girl body, and I was like, yes, I am, but don't give me that, because it's my body and I take care of it. Like,
That's right.
don't. Yeah, so yes, it's
Wow.
hard, honestly, but I would be better. I know that with this mindset right now, I'd be doing everything.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
And so you're saying that not so much down on yourself as far as like, oh my gosh, like if I would have did it a second time around, everything, I get what you're saying. Because those little stones, those little pebbles that we do kind of step into, they're just a stepping stone for something great. And sometimes you can fail, sometimes you got to pick yourself up and you got to start over again. But
Exactly.
nothing ever in life is put on earth for you to be a total failure. It's a stepping stone to help you realize what I did before, I'm not going to do that the next time around. And I think a lot of people misuse that as an approach of, oh my God, I failed, I can't
Mm.
do this. And then they give up on it. And I tell people, don't ever give up on your dream. You're going to fail. If you don't think you're going to fail, there's something wrong. Everybody fails. You have to work really, really hard, in order to get where you are. Nothing's easy. If something came easy, I'll have to question that a little bit. Everyone's saying, how are you? They think you're the greatest out here, the best dancer in the world.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Mudin poetry,
I love you. I love you.
the best dancer in the world.
You're amazing. Bulgari.
Oh,
Bulgari in the
wow.
house. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. Now, do
Yeah,
you tell
yeah,
us a
yeah.
little
I
bit
mean,
about tell us a little bit about how can we find like your work? Like, do you have a specific platform besides Instagram and Facebook? Do you have other things or other platforms that they can reach
I
you and
mean,
get your
the
work?
the platforms that I use, and then that you can actually reach for to get to know me more, most likely is like Instagram and
Yeah.
TikTok. That's it. And I don't have another, because I rather just keep it like that. I used to have like the blue page, but no, that's not
Yeah,
my career goal.
yeah.
Like it's okay. I respect who does it, but no, that's not. So yeah, only Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I do TikToks, and then yeah, pretty much you can Google it in Iniesta, and then you will see to
It's
what is
beautiful.
about my career.
Now, what ages do you teach? What's your ages that you teach and you choreograph?
I think honestly, I don't have no age, but because to me the age is only a number. So artist
Yeah,
doesn't have a date, of
yeah.
expiration. So I just teach all of them. I used to have a student that she was like 58 years old. I really loved her. She was very positive. She was
Yeah.
very focused. She gives me power. Every class, I told her, "You inspire me. Thank you for being here because you inspire
Oh,
me. I want to be like you when I'm your age. It's something
yeah.
I look up to. Yeah,
Wow. Is there any
yeah.
major
I really love it.
is there any major dancer you want to collab with? Any major dancer you want to collab with?
Um, well, yeah, Paris Goebel, indeed. Paris Goebel is someone that I really love, and I
Yeah.
saw her in LA, and I used
Yeah.
to, we say hi to each other, but like normally, and then we went away. But yeah, I took two of her classes. She's nice. I mean, it could be. I don't know. I don't know. Like world is like very small, so probably I don't take it up. And then I keep growing. Like I'm
Yeah.
always training. I want to go if I don't get my visa right now. I want to go to the UK to really like learn. I love to do always be training because I know that it's like dance career and artist career is like a store. If you don't train, you don't have to products to sell.
I love that. And in the UK and things like when you do, I want to like travel with you some because I really want to learn, I really want to like learn, with the singing and the music because that's crucial.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's
Oh my gosh,
amazing.
I'm super
Yeah.
excited. Tell us, so
Yeah, me
when
too.
you teach like bachata and the salsa, is it choreographed to where you have like your own style or is it just the steps or how do you
Yeah.
how do you
Well,
start those?
I used to take very workshops to know how to count the bachata tradicional, bachata fusion. There is so many
Yeah.
styles that I wanted to learn. I went to Brazil and then I learned how to do like a dance from there. There's souk. It's called souk. And then it's like it goes like this, and then when moves like more sensual,
Yeah.
but more in circles. And so I used to go and then I learn it and then I just put it together and then a class teaching like really with my own style. Like I took
Oh,
all the
wow.
basics and
Yeah.
then I do my style. So yeah,
Wow. And so so like when like this music video or whatever it is I'm going to do film or
yeah.
whatever, do you have other dancers that can join in to make a group or is it just you or do you have specific standby people?
I have people. I mean, I have friends. I'm not friends, but like people that I know that dance, and then they can be part of it, and then I can count of them. Indeed,
Yeah, you got to have somebody you can count on in this industry because oof, it's pretty tough out there. It's pretty tough.
yes.
Wow. Share something
Hello.
fun with the audience that you like to do.
We frost.
Share something with the audience that you like to do that's fun outside of dancing and everything that you do. What's some of the things you like to do? Oh, and their Zoom kicked off. In there. Can you hear me on there? Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay, so what I'm going to do, can you hear me, Annie?
I mean, I
Can
hear
you
you.
hear me? Can you hear me?
Or dancing, Johnny. Where you live?
Give
Yeah,
me, give me,
I
give
don't
me
know.
give me 1 second. So I'm going to end Zoom and kick you
Yeah.
back over to, or end live and kick you back over to Zoom. So I'm going to say goodbye to the audience so that way I
Okay.
can capture you on there. So audience, thank you for joining us.
Yay.
Zoom, the Zoom link is in the bio. So if you want to hop on Zoom, please do so. But we're going to take it over to Zoom. I'll see you soon. Uh, all right.
Ready?
Yes, I'm ready. That was so much fun. I'm not going to share this yet.
Thank you.
Oh, that was so much fun. And so, hold on, I'm gonna wait till you click on.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. So yeah, and so what's something fun you like to do? Like outside of dancing? I know that's
I
your, but
mean, I love to do acrobatics. I love to travel.
yeah.
I love to read. I love to, I don't know. I'm very Pacific person, so I'm not too social, honestly.
No?
Lately, I've been just in my room, reading, meditating. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny and crazy because most people think that I'm very like you party girl and stuff. I
Yeah.
used to be a party girl. I don't dislike it, but at this point of my life, like I've been very focused, and then I'm just using my energy for the things that help me. So I start to do gymnastics back again, like after
Okay.
15 years, like without practicing. So I need my energy to my place. So just sleep good, drink water, like one and then one beer and a day, but no, nothing else, like
Yeah,
nothing
you said
else.
that one
No crazy things
beer.
for now.
I love it. I love it. And so pretty much
Beer
so when
or wine. Yeah.
like looking at you and your energy, for you to say that like you're not social, and I mean I know you're not just a shut down, not social kind of person, but it's surprising that you would tell me you're not, like out social because your energy and just, like the motivation that you have, that's a little different. I wouldn't have never thought that.
Some it's so crazy, and that's funny that you mention it, and I'm gonna share it with you because
Yeah,
I'm very dual person, first of all, and second of all, sometimes my energy is too high that people goes like, she's too much,
she's too
so
much.
that's why I become more like, yeah. Honestly,
Really?
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, sometimes it's like, oh my God, she's too much. Girls most likely don't like me because I'm very like, and then I started to learn how to manage that energy. So when I'm
Yeah.
around people that I know that has like this, like I don't know, like the frequency is not the same. I just go like this. So
You know
yeah,
what? Oh
it's
gosh. I
funny.
mean, we got so many stories to share. So I'm gonna piggyback off of what you just said. So in my younger days growing up, I do a lot of more things also as far as nursing, things like that. And I was an athlete back younger.
Oh,
So I did track, I did volleyball, I did basketball. I was pretty much a tomboy all my life. And so a lot of times people would say just exactly what you
wow,
said. Well, they wouldn't say it, but they're like, oh my God, you got so much energy. But I've been like that all my life. And so whether it's on the field or whether it's sports or athletics, that energy still remains because even like putting it into work,
everything.
everything, and people don't understand when you have that high frequency, it's not about overkill or like you're trying to, oh my God, freak people out. It's more of when you feel good about who you are and what
Exactly,
you want to do in life, that energy remains. It's not a false sense of energy, like you have to pretend to be so energetic just to be liked. I'm naturally this way. So I'm energetic all to itself, like
exactly.
I travel a lot. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to get to the next one. Like the tour is coming up. I'm like, oh, I'm traveling now. So I'm like, I can't wait. And then, can't wait for the next one. And so
Yeah,
people don't understand that when you have that high frequency, it's because their vibration is kind of like, not that they're, let me put it a good way, not that they're not vibing on the same level, but we all have different frequency and what makes us happy, like you and I,
exactly,
we're energetic. But some people be like, oh gosh, she's so much energy, I just don't have it. And we have to adjust to
exactly,
that. Sometimes you can't be too high frequency because a lot of people can handle that. But I will say this,
exactly.
will I change for anybody? Absolutely not, because I
No, no,
am.
indeed.
Yeah.
I love that.
And,
I love that
yeah.
fact. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's something that I just learned it, and then it's
Yeah.
like I rather be like hiding instead of change myself, like if
Right.
they don't want to see me, okay, don't see me,
Yeah.
but I don't want to change it because
Yeah.
that's really, it cost me, it cost me tears, it cost me
Yeah.
therapy, it cost me everything to be myself sometimes, you
Yeah.
know, to open up and to just be, I'm here and this is who I am, sorry, like, and don't be apologetic, like, because it's
And
not
don't.
under no
Exactly.
apologies.
Don't be apologetic about it because this is what I know sometimes, that unapologetic, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I'm so high frequency. A lot of people, when they're not vibing like you or they don't, or they're not growing like we are, they get intimidated by that. And you hear that a lot,
Yes,
different frequency, whether it's in men or women. When you vibe on a certain level, sometimes they try
exactly.
to distort you in order for you to, I hate to say this, I'm a therapist by trade. And so a lot of times my clients will say,
Whoa.
"Oh, yeah, they told me that, I'm doing this or that I'm doing a certain thing. And why did they say that? And it's kind of like, what do you mean? Why did they say that? It's kind of like they put you down in order to vibe on the same level, is what they come across as. So
Exactly.
I'm like, don't change for anybody. If it's a wrong way, don't get
No,
me wrong. You need to change that behavior. But if it's in a good way that makes you feel happy about yourself, you know what? Darn the critics. You're gonna always have a critic, you're gonna always have a hater, you're gonna always have anybody in life. But for
exactly.
a positive mindset, like you were saying earlier, like you got to feed your mind with positive reinforcement. It's huge in life because if you don't have that value or that trait, people try to knock you down all the time. And it's only you that's going
Exactly.
to
Exactly.
decide if you're going to keep going.
Exactly. Exactly. And sometimes I feel honestly that I want to throw the towel. Like I swear, I said,
Oh,
listen, if they want me out, I will be
yeah.
out. If they want me
No.
to
Yeah.
to lose, I lose. Yeah, it's okay.
Oh,
But listen, it's harder than that. It's
yeah.
way more than that. It's something that it cannot be fulfilled on my chest. It's something that I has to be
Yeah.
out. And then I said, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I'm
That's
just gonna
right.
share it. I'm gonna be myself. And then whomever catches it, blessing. If don't, good. I'm gonna continue doing my thing because it's something that I really know that is my dharma, it's my mission. It's
Oh,
something I have to
yeah.
do it. Yeah,
Wow. And that's a great mindset to have. And like you said, growing up, we all have stories in our life growing up. Not every childhood is perfect. Not every childhood is loving. Not every childhood is, up and up. But at the same time, is how we make, like you said, our inner self come back to reality that, people, we got different kind of people. We got introverts, extroverts, we got all kind of folks. And when you join into people to match that level of who they are, whether it's a high frequency, whether it's a medium or a low frequency, you don't judge people about who you want to be. And a lot of times I think society is getting caught up with, I want that person to be like me because I'm not doing anything and I don't want them to shine me. I don't want them to outshine me. Or I'm just going to copy them and just do, what they're doing. So I don't have to put in the work. So I'm just going to go and do, what they do to make myself look good. I
oh
get
my
that a
god,
lot. And I'm going to tell you something,
wow,
social media. And I'm going to put this out here because I was on a interview with Prince Mario Max, and we talked about bullying, and we talked about social media and
right.
just all the extra stuff that's going on. Yeah, and the thing about it is, they're turning into
Gracias.
a freak show. This social media is becoming a freak show. When you ask someone,
Indeed.
if you have a social media and you're trying to do business, like I'm on your social media, I'm like, this lady right here is all about getting things done. It's not all the garbage, it's not all the gossip. Like you're really working, and people
No,
don't know your background. They don't know what you went through in order to get where you are, the same as me. But when you get on a platform and you're trying to do your business and and show the world what you can do, and you got people on there fake accounts, trolling your accounts, bullying people, making all kind of strange accusations. Like, what is the social media coming to? I mean, I'm putting it out there
it's
because it's
exactly.
it's real. It's real.
It's freaking fucking, I'm sorry
Yeah,
to
no,
cursing out, but I don't
you
curse, but
say
like
what you got to
it's
say.
fucking frustrating. I'm
Yeah,
gonna tell you something. I've been working for influencers that has
yeah,
not a little bit of my talent. It's fucking frustrating that,
Yeah.
and they even saw me like this, like, and they just have boobs and fake abs and fake body, and they don't sing and they don't act and they don't even model, nothing at all. Like it's very frustrating, and they have millions of followers and they earn so much money income, like their income is crazy, like it's
Wow.
something to me very frustrating, because honestly I've been working my entire life. Look, I said I'm getting old and I'm not getting any that I want. Like I
Mm-mm.
sometimes apply. I just did it. I applied for like a huge like Liverpool store
Yeah.
to be the model, and then they got a girl that they put it with the curls that were fake. And then I didn't got it, so
Oh,
I was so
wow.
frustrating, because I said, what the fuck, what I do,
Yeah.
what do I need to do to in order for me to get something, to have contact or what? The talent is there, and you are so right about the social media nowadays. Like, people idolize fake people that don't.
Nothing in this life is ever something that we look at and go, "Ooh, that was," yeah, it's a learning step for us, but nothing's
Exactly.
ever placed on this life for us for no reason. We pick it up and we move on and we learn from it. That's how we grow. That's how we grow in this life.
Exactly.
And
Exactly. Exactly. And sometimes, I mean,
yeah, so with social media, so you were saying that social media, you work hard, the fruits of your.
honestly, I've been working for influencers
Yeah.
that has no, let's say, resume. Resume is just a paper, right?
Yeah.
But experience wise, talent wise, image wise, like, it's so frustrating. It's freaking frustrating to being working for people non-talented and has a lot of
Yeah.
talent, and they seem to not see it. Like, it's so very frustrating. And then they give the budget good for the not talented people, and they gave me budget tight for me that I'm
Yeah.
talented. It's like, come on, like, what is wrong with the industry? Like, I want to be heard. I want to
Yeah.
someone to really see and tell me what's wrong. If I'm doing something wrong, okay, tell me, and then I
Yeah.
change it. But I'm pretty sure it's not about no talent. No
No,
talent.
it's
I
not.
always
No.
been growing. Like, I've been
Yeah.
learning. I've been training. I've been doing everything.
This.
Yeah,
When you say people, I think it all comes down to number one, who you know. And I've always heard that saying, and I will always live by that saying. Whether it's singing, dancing,
exactly.
jobs, or anything. I've been in the industry for over 35 years in healthcare, whether it's nursing or
Whoa.
whatever attributes it may be. And when I tell you, when you look at an industry, and it goes for the same with any industry, it's always somebody that a friend of a friend, which not always, don't get me wrong, but sometimes you got to work 10 times harder and it's still not enough. And so a lot of people, when they talk about
No.
their careers, or they talk about where they want to go in life. I did several interviews when people were like, gosh, this industry is something else. And I'm talking about legends. I'm talking about people that has been there, done that. And they're like, the politics out there in this industry is real. And how do we fix it? You can't. You can only fix yourself.
Exactly.
Only do the right things and just keep moving with your integrity, because the people
As
who,
long as I can, because sometimes you
yeah,
get like tight in like,
yeah.
it's crazy. But I understand. I understand your point, that you're very driven and very smart and wise person that I actually can take advice from. I really
Oh,
really
thank
like it.
you. Well,
And you, yeah, because
yeah, it's
yeah,
it's it's not, it's okay. Yes, it is living it. It is living it. And a lot of people don't understand that just because we live it doesn't mean we know everything. Don't get me wrong. And people like yourself and like me, I can learn from you out there. You've been in this industry and you're like, this is what I saw and I'm not going back on it. So I'm gonna tell you it's not a story, it's actually factual. So I'm out, I have this, oh my gosh, Kenny G. I don't know if you heard of Kenny G or not,
of course,
but
yeah,
but
yeah.
he is And I honor him on any post. I honor him on anything because you know what? People such as him, that the integrity stands no matter where it stands. You got trollers out there and oh my God, and I go to all of his shows
Yeah,
and I'm going to remain going to
yeah,
his shows because I think he's just like brilliant. I love him, outside of a musician, I love him, and I
yeah,
honor traits like him because you don't find too many people like him. Like you says, Snoop Dogg was, very humble or whatever. And when you find those Snoop Doggs and Kenny G's, not that I'm finding him as a muse, I call him my muse, but I love him not only as a person, but as an artist. He's my heart.
exactly.
And, a lot of
Awesome.
times when you put out energy of someone, I'm gonna say Kenny G. So when I put out that energy on social media, like, he's the greatest, he's a legend, he's the most amazing man I think I've ever seen. And I'm going to stick by that for the rest of my life because what I say, and I mean what I mean. I don't change my stripes for anybody. But when I tell you that man
Exactly.
has put a mark in my heart as far as who he is as a person and a legend, it's unreal. So then you get trollers, stalkers, people proclaiming, you're not this, you're not that. Why did you go to all his shows? Don't worry about why, because this is what I know. As long as I know and he knows where I stand, I don't care about what people think about why I go to his shows. There's a reason I go to his shows. And it's really nobody else's business, I love him.
Indeed.
He's like the greatest man on the planet, and I'm going to continue. So
Exactly.
when I see all this social media garbage or people, oh my gosh, this is this, and oh my gosh, I don't really care because what you're doing is I look at it like this, gee, if you're really circumstances on who I am as a person, then I must be doing something right. Thank you. Thank you for being a beautiful fan. That's how I see it. Because you're never going
Exactly.
to change.
Exactly.
You're never going to change who I am about Kenny G, how much I care about Kenny G, or any of it. So you can troll, you can watch, you can stalk, but you will never change the one aspect that I have, and that's a man of integrity. And I love him because he is one legend and phenomenal man. Period. So,
Indeed. Yeah.
it is what it is. And that's what you talked about when you talked about you don't change for anybody. Your frequency, when you try to bring things down for people, that's what they want to see because then they know that they got into your head to make you think differently about who you are. You can call me a stalker, you can call me whatever you want, but at the end of the day, I'm a beautiful stalker because I'm always by that man's side. So you can keep calling me stalker or
Exactly.
whatever. Not, that they are, but you get trollers on there that want, oh my God, you post about Kenny G all the time. I'm going to keep posting about Kenny G, or any other
It's okay.
influencer, but
Exactly.
mainly him because that's who I
Exactly.
am and that's where I'm at. So, but it's amazing how you, in spite of going through, your mindset of going through like how you feel about things and where you want to be, but yet you still remain the most positive, energetic woman on the planet.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. Like
you
honestly,
do.
it's hard. Like it's not easy to keep it on that mood, on
Yeah,
that um essence, but like I said it. I born to do this. So I
that's
just need
right.
to be like the lotto, the flower.
Yeah.
It stays in the bad waters. It doesn't matter. She stays still and beautiful.
Remaining who you are and that humbleness, I love your not just energy, just your spirit in general, because you're, I'm looking at you like, me, like I'm like, gosh, she really understands, what we go through in this industry and life as a person, whether, I'm out here doing
Exactly.
doing my music or my studies or hanging with the G, because that's where it's going to always be. It's like she understands where it's at, and you don't get too many like-minded people
Same.
like that these days. You really don't.
Oh, yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I've been working hard. Like I do so many things. I always say that it's about methods. Like anybody can do anything. Like
Yeah.
some people do religion, some people do, I do ayahuasca. And I do believe that if you get inside of your soul, you get deeper. So I really like to drag in it and then
Oh,
get deeper, deeper, deeper. It
I
doesn't matter
love
how dark it
it.
is. I want to be inside of me so I can know
Yeah.
everything about every inch of me, every single thing about me, and even
Oh,
memories. So I like to drag it in. So I did already 5 ayahuascas, and then I'm gonna continue because to me it's something that I really. Some people say that it's drugs, that you can die, and all of that, but you have to
yeah.
get to know really what it's about. It's a medicine
Oh,
from the earth that it comes. It's
yeah.
very deep meaning. It's la chacruna. The ingredient that has on it is
Yeah.
chacruna, which is helps you to develop your pineal gland, their pineal. So it helps you to see life different, to open your
Yeah.
your life, your aura, your energy. I do believe in that. I don't wanna become a dogma to everyone to follow.
That's
No,
right.
it's
Yeah.
just sharing my lifestyle, what I do, to get inside of me because
Ah,
I think it's a vehicle. I never gonna take it as a something that I depend on. I don't, but it's a vehicle for me and my soul to be, expanded because to me it's easy to just go like this, and be tight. And then with that, I can open my arms and say, this is me and fuck it.
that's right.
So it's a
That's
way
right.
for me to be more spiritual because nowadays, as we said, social media is fakeness, is
Oh,
makeup, is a lot of surgeries, everything, but never talks about inner kids.
that's
What
right.
about your wounds? What about
Yeah.
who hurt you? Dad,
That's
mom, okay, who abandoned you? What
right.
happened? Who yelled at you that you're stupid? Nobody said that because because it's deep, because it hurts. It's easy to say, drink this water and you're gonna feel better. No, it's not about the water. It's about the here.
Just to be with someone just for the clicks and the fame. You know what? If you don't like me,
Yeah,
don't like me, but at the same time,
yeah. And
I'm
I never
authentically me.
and if I exactly, and if I think that you're talented, I'm gonna say it from
That's
my heart.
right.
Hey, you very talented. I admire you, but not because you're famous. Oh my God, you're amazing. I'm not like a.
Exactly.
Oh no, I'm not sorry. Sorry, I'm not.
Right.
It's like
Right. Are the
it's not
kind of
my style.
person are the kind of person that wants to grab hold of the copycatting to make yourself look good or try to make you look like what I can do, what you do, I can do. But at the end of the day, God's always watching. And what I always believe
Yeah,
comes around goes around. So when you think that you're doing anything beautiful as far as getting up on somebody, you can never take away anybody's pleasure, their gift, their talents, their intelligence. But the only thing you can take away from is your ignorance. And so, with that being said, if you have to coerce yourself in order to do things to people, in order to make yourself feel good, you need to really take a hard look at yourself. And that's one of the things that I always preach. If you have to be that kind of person to where your lifestyle is miserable, to where you have to
rich.
provoke people and try to intimidate or bully, then you know what, something's wrong. You really need to
You know what?
get
I've been
yourself in
bullied. I've
check.
been bullied my entire life. I've been bullied
Oh,
my entire life. No bullying. I mean, they
wow.
did the bullying to me like my entire life, even in
Wow.
the show business, even in the industry. Nowadays they do like like bullying is also pretend that you don't exist. Is what they doing to me right now. Like they don't give me likes or they don't give me anything, but they there. Like they know I'm there. Of course. I mean, I
Yeah.
know, but
Yeah.
it's very frustrating, and I fell in it. Like they do awards to give like we like literally awards to the best dancers, and I'm not
Yeah.
there. Like I
Oh,
was like, it's frustrating. That's a bullying because I know that I'm a good dancer, and I know that I've been
that's
achieving so
right.
many things that I cannot
That's
actually
right.
share, and
Yeah.
they don't give a damn, and they just go like she don't exist. Don't go to their classes. Don't go to there. Like
Oh,
that's bullying. That's bullying.
that's
That
right.
to
That's
honestly
right.
to have students and then that if you teach them not to go with me, that's bullying. I mean, I never.
Oh,
I have students that goes to the other studios, that studios, and I'm no problem. I don't have no problem with it. Like it's okay. Share it. If
right.
you are sharing what I teach you, to me it's good. Because I'm spreading my talent. It's good.
That's
That I don't have
right.
to be selfish or anything.
That's
But
right.
honestly,
Mhm.
nowadays, like I said. I'm gonna just talk it up. I'm Mario Bros. Mario Bros. Like,
Oh well.
Mario Bros.
Yeah.
Hated. Always was hated. And then
Yeah.
Mario Bros. was Mario Bros. So I'm gonna keep it. I don't know how to give up. Sorry.
And we won't. And the thing about it is too is that I have a specific troller or whoever I know who this person is, but at the same time, you're going down people's accounts, you're making comments. We already know who you are, and the thing about it is at the end of the day, you don't understand. There's a lot
Listen,
of there's
my
a hold on,
image was
there's a lot
sorry.
of
Yeah.
there's a lot of cyberbullying out there, and there is investigations that can actually counteract that. So for all the viewers and audiences out there, when you think you're online and you think you're doing, or you think you're funny, or you think you're using fake accounts or things to
That's
bully
not
in the
funny.
comments,
That's not
yeah, it's
funny.
not funny. But at the end of the day, the laugh is going to come back, and you're going to regret that you ever did what you did.
Listen, frustrating to see how people just attack you without knowing your
Yeah, we
your
don't even know
background,
who you,
where you
yeah.
coming from.
Yeah, don't even know who you are. They're getting on there because,
It's
you're following a certain person and they call themselves. It doesn't matter because at the end of the day, we know who we are. You're right. It's all from the inside, and the thing about it is,
exactly.
I guess,
Eh,
the thing about social media is that you got to just, when you get stupid stuff come across, you report it and keep on moving.
Only spy.
The specific area that I'm talking about, how does your mental capacity work when you have associates on these platforms that watch you to make sure you are safe? And they don't think about that when you think you're making fake accounts and hiding things from people and doing your dirt to get back at somebody. You always have people that have your back to tell you what's going on. So when you think you're ahead of
Exactly.
somebody, you're never going to be ahead of anybody that way.
No,
And you know what?
no, 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 no,
And
no. It's bad.
one day that circle is going to come back around and you're just going to regret everything you did. You're going to look back.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. My grandma taught me. She taught me. My grandma is the love of my life. She just passed away 3 years ago, and it was my
Oh,
deepest
sorry to
fear
hear
that
that.
happened. Thank you, thank you. But she was my very, very best
Hmm.
teacher, and she taught me never do to anybody that don't want for yourself.
Thank
So
you.
that's something I really always said. I never, even though they hurt me, she told me it's about them. You're not
Yeah.
that kind of person. You give love,
Yeah.
you forgive, and then you continue walking. It's sometimes hard because I'm very like, very high energetic and very
Yeah.
sometimes I can accumulate anger,
Yeah.
but I'm working on that, to
Yeah.
manage and to balance it and starting to with gymnastics, and then I give my anger to there, and then I start getting better, and
Yeah.
then instead of my anger affects me, now it benefits me.
Well, and it's scrutinized too. These people out here that's doing all that stuff, they sit there, and they do these things and then they portray to be the victim of something that they think somebody else done to them. And what's unusual about that
Yeah,
is that anything that and Dr. Mario Meck said this perfectly. Whatever you put down in writing or what you do can always be traced. I don't care how you think you can bot it, find it, or another country helping you do whatever you're doing, it can always be traced back to you. So, if your mindset is to hurt people or harm people because you don't like a certain person or who they're associated with, that's on you. But you know what? Leave people alone and mind your business and do your own thing. That's my motto in life. You're never going to get anywhere in life
yeah.
taunting, harassing, or trying to copy someone when you can't originally do it
No,
yourself. That
no,
means that your mindset is very small. And that's all I got to say behind that. But I do want to thank you for
exactly.
actually being on this show. You are like a blessing. Of course, Mexico, here I come.
Oh my God.
I'm going to write everything down and then like connect with you. So, you got a best friend for life, of course. But I
For
just want
sure.
to thank you for being on my
Oh, thank you so
show.
much.
And I'm gonna actually end it, but
Thank you so much,
I'm
Katina.
gonna talk to you offline. I'm just gonna end it on here for the viewers. But I want to thank you for being on my show. You are
No,
amazing.
thank you so much.
You're
You're
welcome.
precious. Your energy is
Oh, thank
marvelous.
you. Thank
Thank you.
you.